everybody. Welcome back to another episode of That Sounds Holy. Woo. So, if you are watching or listening, you would hear that the voices sound quite different, and the people that are with me here look quite different. And it's not a New Year thing na nagbago din yung itsura nila. These are different people. And they have left me for another episode. So today, we're not with Vanya. She's still in the air somewhere or in a different continent. Um, and Ayo, being the man that he was made to be, is still working to provide for our family.
Yeah, ganda.
Wow.
Ganda.
Pero yung totoo, wala. Madami lang yan talagang trabaho. So we have guests here. A returning guest. We have Chelsea Toledo.
Ooh, hello.
And we have... I'm thinking...
Yeah, we didn't talk about how we were gonna.
I'm thinking if
open
I should
this.
call you Kookoi, Cooks, or Lorenzo. Which one do you want?
Whatever you choose.
This is
that would
Mark.
be me.
So, this is... Thank you for the applause to our live audience.
soundboard there.
Ayan. So this is, I call him Cooks. I call him Kookoi, but this is Lorenzo Torres. A
Hello.
musical genius. So to introduce you guys again, Chelsea is a content creator with background in marketing. Bakit parang hindi mo siya matanggap?
Sige na, I'll own it.
May violent reactions eh. But yeah, she's a content creator with a background in marketing and entrep. And Kookoi here is I mean it when I say that he's a musical genius. He is
Oh, thank you.
one of the best musicians I know. He plays the piano really well, and the drums, and the guitar, and he sings. It's
Oh, okay.
unfair. It's kind of unfair. But
Oo, totoo.
no, but he is a musical genius. He's a graduate of UP Music, right?
Yes.
And then he used to be a music teacher.
Yes, used to. That's very
That
important.
is the key word.
This is
So
yeah.
we're
That
gonna
being
jump
said.
right into it. We're gonna jump right into it. The common denominator here is that they're both currently unemployed.
Fun employed.
Unemployed. Ngayon ko lang narinig yun. Fun-employed.
Unemployed.
But they're both currently unemployed. And the reason why we're here, or what we wanted to talk about, is basically the audacity of trying stuff out.
Oh my gosh.
This is not in any way a sign for you to resign. But if you're thinking about it, magtaos kayo ni Lord. Wala akong kinalaman doon. Wala kaming kinalaman doon. But
Tama.
I just really wanted to pick their brains. How it happened, why it happened,
Where it happened.
where it happened, when it happened. But siguro to begin, what was your job prior to this, and why did you resign? Bato.
Oh, bato.
Bato. Pick.
Okay, me first.
Yes.
Go.
For me, I used to work at, di ko na sasabihin, at a telco company, and I was mostly in marketing, focusing on the endorsers and the ambassadors. And the next question was, I am so sorry. Why? I think it was just the environment. It was more of a me problem, honestly. The environment wasn't something that I saw myself thriving in. It wasn't a
Okay.
place wherein which basically nahirapan ako to do my job. Yon. And that's why I wanted to explore. Ayun. Yun.
How about you, Cooks?
Sorry, that's the first time I've heard like what you're doing. Like before, like this is
Chelsea,
also new
meet Kookoi.
information.
Kookoi, meet Chelsea.
Cool. So when I was like, oh, yan lang pala. That's what Chelsea was doing. Yun lang. Me, I was like what Issa said. I was a music teacher before, somewhere in Makati. I don't think naming is wise. For 3 years, I taught music. I was a class advisor to high school students. And I think I decided to resign because I felt like yes, I was growing, but I wasn't really growing in the way. I mean, for me, it felt like I wasn't growing in the way God wanted me to grow in this season.
Yeah.
So I decided to resign and step into freelancing and see what could come out of it.
Right.
Yeah.
It's interesting because you resigned, both of you resigned for the same but different reasons.
Same but different.
Same but
Yeah.
different fonts.
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
Diba? Parang it's so interesting that you resigned because you felt like it wasn't for you. But correct me if I'm wrong. You resigned even though you were enjoying what you were doing.
Yeah.
So how did you come to that conclusion na okay, baka kailangan ko mag-resign?
Para sa amin yung dalawa.
Oo.
Okay. I think for me, transparent rin naman ako sa dati kong mga ka-work. I think it started even before I started my previous job.
Really?
Yeah.
Like may resignation ka na nung nag-a-apply ka?
Hindi. Kasi
Like-
parang because before that, when I resigned from my previous job, I said, magpapahinga ako.
Mm-mm.
But
I
then,
remember.
naunahan ako ng takot.
Okay.
Wow. Yeah.
Ayun
Okay.
siya. So, I applied out of fear na, maubusan na ako, ganon. And, ayun, kasi sinundan ko yung gusto ko, nahirapan ako with my work. It wasn't that I was bad at my job, but it was just, alam ko na, this is not it. Hindi talaga to yun.
Right.
Wow. Yeah.
Because their jobs naman, I know people will say na, it's just a job. You don't have to like your job. You know, all of that. Gets ko naman yun. But for me, if I'm gonna spend 8 hours, 5 times a week
Yeah.
doing this,
Yeah.
Yeah.
might as well something that I could at least tolerate.
Mm.
Pero parang, ayun. So, in a way, pinarating sa akin na this is what happens when you rush. This is what happens when you
Wow.
Wow.
do things out of fear.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
Amazing.
Ayun
okay.
po.
I'm gonna put a pin on that. But
And sabi niyan, don't
Yeah.
love your job, job your love.
Mismo.
Mismo.
job your love.
Oh, wow. Grabe yun.
Wala, hindi na siya
Hindi, wala.
makapag-share. How about you?
Okay. Sorry, what was the question? Medyo sobrang na-strike ako dun sa
How
answer.
did you get to the conclusion na mag-resign ka?
I don't know. I like what you said. I really did enjoy teaching. Like I would talk to you about it. And I wasn't shy about my experiences there. Like I'd post a lot about it. I felt like I learned so much on what it meant to, I guess, be there for people. Because I think that's one aspect of my life that I really grew in those years where I was a teacher. Just to grow that essence of taking care of people and I guess of teaching too. But I feel like I wasn't quite honoring another call that God was giving me, which is to excel in music.
Yeah.
Because a lot of the teaching was classroom teaching
Yes.
and not like instrument or one-on-one stuff, which was most of my experience growing as a musician. So it did feel satisfying in those 3 years. It felt very fulfilling, but I guess like at the back of my head there was like this one voice na parang that was like, what about me? Whatever, like what about this aspect? Like maybe there's something we can look at here. And so it took a while for me to get to that conclusion, but when I did, I was like, okay, maybe it's time for me to honor another thing that God gave me,
Yeah.
which is to be able to play music. And so
Wow.
yeah, I guess that's why.
For our donuts, if you backtrack a bit and you listen to our previous episodes, which you should do.
Yes.
You
Tama.
should.
Required
we
reading.
had an episode, I think a few episodes ago, wherein we talked about calling, like our passion, ganyan. And then we talked about how it doesn't make you any less of what you're called to be if you specify ko na nga lang, hirap niya put into words eh. Pero basically for me as a musician, I have come to the conclusion na hindi siya kawalan, or like it doesn't make me any less of a musician if I have a day job to support it.
Right.
Like if I have something that would allow me to earn to actually spend for my music. But I want to clarify that here now. There is also a push and pull, or like a certain tug when you haven't fully tried.
Yeah. Wow.
And
Yeah.
and I feel like I just want to honor both of you for actually trying and like actually putting yourself out there, because it's not easy
Yeah.
Oh,
to,
yeah.
to resign from a stable job to support
Yep.
what you want to do,
Yeah.
right? Kasi for context, ako din, I was once in your shoes. So I graduated 2020. Char. I graduated. I would
2020
like to
minus.
think. I graduated 2017. I had a job for a year. And then I decided to resign. Same reason. I feel like there was something else that I should be doing. Actually, parang pinaghalo nung sa inyo. Kasi nung time na yun, I knew that I wasn't made for corporate.
Mm,
Like, I really couldn't
Wow.
see myself in an office job na 9 to 5 nakaharap sa computer. Some people thrive in that. They're good at that.
yeah.
It's just not for me.
Mhm.
Pero same with you. I resigned from my first job. And then I was like, time to look for my next job.
Yeah.
And then I did the same thing. Right? I tried to do corporate job again. Hindi talaga. So I now, parang nung time na yun, now I really have to do it. Like, cause it's gonna eat me up if I don't.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I remember one of our professors, sa Mint, si Sir Moy Ortiz, he made us watch like a documentary of creatives, basically people who were auditioning for shows. And then one of the people they interviewed, sabi niya, I don't have a backup plan because if I have something to fall back on, I will fall back.
Wow.
Oh.
Uy.
Na
Ganda.
not
Oh, man.
not in the exact words, pero parang ganun. So
Yeah.
nung naalala ko yun, oo nga, kasi pag meron akong backup plan, I'm not gonna go all in.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah.
Right? Kasi alam ko na may pupuntahan ako eh. Pwede akong sige, this is not working for me. I'm just gonna do this instead.
Yeah.
Instead of like going all in and trying and really putting yourself out there. So I feel like, correct me if I'm wrong, that's where you guys are.
Yeah.
Yeah. Iba pa talaga yung leap eh. Like when you
Yeah.
make that leap of faith na parang okay, because I don't know. I think as I guess freelancers or people who do things on the side now, I think looking back at it, it would have been feasible if we did it during our day jobs.
Mm.
But to really like find out, I guess, what is that? What the purpose was, or like
Yeah.
what we're called to. It really needs to have that sort of. I don't want to say danger, because danger is not really the right word. But there's this really kind of certain trust
Yeah.
that you need to take that leap and to say, okay, I'm going to do this without a safety net or without a
Right.
fallback, because iba talaga yung, I guess, how you move and how you like how much you want it,
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Agree ako dun kay Cooks. I think dun rin pumasok yung before doing that, sabi ko, Lord, ito na talaga.
Mm.
Yeah. Wow.
Ito na yun. Susundan ko na. Magpapahinga na talaga ako.
Yeah.
Like, I really said that I resigned August. So since then, sabi ko, sige Lord, tutuparin ko yung usapan natin dati. I'm not
Wow.
gonna do anything. I'm gonna rest. Next year na.
Mm.
Kayo nang bahala. Like, you
Wow.
take care of me now.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
So that also, yun nga, parang I think for us as well, in the faith, iba rin yung kapit mo kay Lord.
Yeah.
Kapag
Yes. Yeah. Really.
pumasok ka sa ganitong season.
Yeah.
Yun, iba yung trust mo sa Kanya na He will provide, and He does
Yeah.
Yeah, he
provide
really does.
every
Mhm.
single time.
That's true. Just to go back to what you shared kanina, na parang you looked for another job out of fear. Na you entered another, parang nag-usap kayo ni Lord na okay, pahinga, tapos nagtrabaho ka ulit. Diba? Parang, I feel like when you do something like that, doesn't mean that looking for another job is wrong.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
Or like it's not wrong to resign from your job.
Mm-hmm.
It will be wrong if it's not what God wants you to do in the moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right?
Wow.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Parang, but there is no guarantee kasi, di ba?
True.
To share lang, nung nag-resign ako nun, it took me so long to discern na, am I really willing to take the risk of not having stable income and jumping into this without knowing if it's gonna happen for me. Alam mo yan?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And during that time, I was earning much more from my gigs than my day job.
Wow.
So I felt like, okay, game. Ito na yon. I'm gonna do it because I'm sure that there's this thing.
Mm-hmm.
And to be honest, during the discernment period, I felt like it was really what God was wanting me to do. Na,
Yeah.
okay, mag-resign ka na, focus on this. But then when I resigned, all my gigs were gone.
Wow.
The moment I resigned.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Biglang wala.
Yeah.
And sobra akong nagtampo nun na parang, talaga ba, Lord? Like, pinag-resign mo ko. I mean, I'm not blaming him because at the end of the day, it was my decision.
Uh-huh.
But like, I thought we were talking. We had a conversation about this and I felt like it was right for me to resign, blah, blah, blah. Sobrang tampo talaga kasi suddenly yung source of income ko biglang,
Wala.
saan ako
Yep.
kukuha?
Mhm,
Ganon.
mhm.
And then I realized years later that maybe if it still continued to happen na I was earning from my gigs after I resigned, I would have focused on the wrong thing.
Wow. Yeah.
I would have
Mhm.
credited myself
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
na, okay, I did the right thing. I'm doing good in my field. I.
Yeah.
But because I lost that, yun yung tiwala mo bigla kay Lord na, shucks,
Yeah.
wala akong ibang kakapitan.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, really.
It's just you.
Mhm.
Mm-mm.
So like, I guess my question for you, how was it like when you finally took the leap of faith?
Wow.
Tissue?
Okay. Sige. It was scary. I remember talking to another freelancer friend, si Kim, about this. And I remember opening up to him because by then it had been 3 months of being away from 9 to 5. And so in those 3 months, I was really worrying about where the next gig would come from, right? Or what kind of steps I'd need to take. And more than that, but I was like, what kind of musician do I want to be? Or like, how do I want to approach this freelancing thing, right? And I just remember there were a lot of nights of worry and a lot of nights of parang second guessing then like, oh, was this the right thing to do? Na parang looking at my other co-teachers back in that school and going, wow, it's like they're thriving. And that could have been me, right? And
Yeah.
so it's like, parang in this position, maybe I felt like I wasn't thriving. But
Yeah.
he gave me this really good piece of advice, especially for anyone who's been in, who's used to like having days scheduled out for you and planned out, to give yourself some grace too.
Yeah.
Because more than anything, it's a physical thing.
Yeah.
Like I think your mind's looking for something to do or something na nakalatag, but with everything just really up in the air, it's about giving yourself that grace to get used to it first. And I guess when you're used to it, that's when you find out, okay, well, how do I want to go about this? What do I want to do? I felt like a lot of the panic moves in my first few months of freelancing came from me just not being able to sit still,
Yeah.
or me not
Yeah.
being able to like say or accept now, okay, this is a really different path from where I was on. And so I feel like if I were to give myself advice or like
Yeah.
give like September or October Kookoi advice, is to just tell him that, I mean, it's not like when we took that leap, we were alone, right? We always think that, oh God, why did you leave me here?
Yeah,
Or like
yeah.
what you said na parang, parang ganito ba? Like really, is it really going to be this difficult? But I don't know. I feel like when you take that leap, God honors that then,
Wow.
Wow.
right?
Yeah.
parang God says, okay, I'm going to be with you.
Yeah.
So it's just remembering
Right.
that and holding on to that sort of helped me make the leap
Yeah.
in a less scary way.
Yeah. How
Yeah.
about you?
For me, since I didn't like where I was before, I was mostly relieved. And leading up to it, of course, for talking practical stuff rin naman, syempre, I built up savings, I built up all of that to make sure that I have a cushion na
Yeah.
kaya pa naman. So,
Yeah.
wag po tayong mag-resign na wala tayong
Exactly.
Practically,
Alam mo
very
yun,
practical.
practical lang naman po tayo.
Of course.
So, I think after that, after I resigned, I was relieved. I was so excited.
Mm.
Wow,
Sobrang,
Nice.
yung excitement ko, very, uy, ano na, ito na. Ano na kayang mangyayari? Because I remember the last time I resigned, I was vacant for just a month. But that,
Ano naghanap ka agad?
so yeah, I think 1 or 2 months, tapos
Yeah.
naghanap ulit ako. But I remember that being so fun, being very, I don't know, parang ito, mag-message ang si Issa, free ka ba? So, yeah. Ganon.
When she
But-
messages.
Ayun. So, I was very excited, even if I had no clue what was gonna, maybe because I had no clue what was going to happen. But I know na, alam ko, yun, same with what you said, that when we made this decision, kasama natin siya.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, I was just very excited to see what will be revealed to me during this time. And true enough, very, very jam-packed yung first few weeks ko.
Yes.
And then
Oh.
after that, once it's settled, may panic ng onte.
Okay.
Yung
Hindi
parang-
nawawala.
Yung parang,
Aha.
uy, wait lang.
Mm-mm.
Teka lang, ang daming ganap. Walang gastos tayo ng gastos, walang pumapasok.
Mhm.
But yeah, time and time again, he still, one way or another, makes a way na hindi ako nauubusan.
Yeah.
Na just when I'm about to lose it, you know,
Mhm.
he's gonna be like, oh, okay,
Mm-mm.
lika na. I'll take
Really?
care of
Yeah.
you. Yeah.
Yeah, really.
So, would it be safe to say that we're never really 100% sure if this is what's for us?
Yeah.
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 Diba?
Yeah. I mean, what? 5 months in, 7 months in. It's not like we want to stay
Yeah.
unemployed
Yeah.
forever.
So
right?
it's a season.
Yes,
Yeah.
it really is. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
The first talk of the year in the feast, I just remembered there was a line that struck me so much. Na, how do you know if it's what God wants for you? Tas ang sagot niya is that you try.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the only way.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Like, and if you fail, you learn.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
If you succeed, edi okay. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
either way, like what you said, God is there. Either whether you fail or not, like whether
Mhm.
it succeeds
Yeah.
or mali pala, hindi pala ito yun. Andun pa rin naman siya eh. And he
Mm.
honors
Yeah.
that. Like he would still be there if we decide na okay, this is not for me. I have to look for another job.
Mhm.
Or actually, yeah, I'm gonna enjoy the season. This is for me. I'm
Mhm.
thriving. Then he's still there. Diba?
Yeah.
Yeah, whether you stay or whether you resign.
Yeah.
It's not like he'll bless you more in
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
any path.
I
right?
remember I was worrying. Nag-share lang ako sa friend ko. Sabi ko, parang yun lang. I'm just venting yung fears ko and all of that. And she was like, ate, you've already prayed about it.
Wow.
Bakit?
Yeah.
Tapos ako yung nagsuserve, ako yung nagaganyan.
Yeah.
Tapos parang, and then she's like, ate, you already prayed about it. I don't think you need to be that scared.
Wow.
Because
Mm.
in-offer mo na eh. Ibe-bless ka na ni Lord kahit anong
Galing.
piliin mo eh. Sabi
Yeah.
ko, ay, okay.
Mm-mm.
Oo nga
And the
naman.
blessing looks different.
Yeah.
Parang
Mhm.
hindi siya basta, unemployed ka pero may pera ka. Sometimes the blessing isn't there.
Mhm.
Sometimes the blessing looks like, I have time for me to actually realize what matters to me.
Yeah.
Or like
Yeah.
to figure out what I want to do in life.
Mhm.
Yes.
Diba? The blessing looks different in every person.
I feel like resigning from your 9 to 5, it really more than anything just opens up space eh. Kasi mawawala
Yeah.
yung 9 to 5.
Yeah.
So you have so much more time like to push on that, to figure out what you want to do,
Yeah.
what matters to you. I don't know if like you can like realign your values.
Yeah.
Something.
It's true though.
Or principles.
Tama.
Yeah. And like, gosh, yung what you said about na pinagdasal mo to.
Yeah.
I feel like it's so easy to forget that
Yeah.
that this was a well-informed
Yeah.
decision.
Yeah.
Right? Right?
Yeah.
Parang
You
like,
can be
because
so
sometimes the panic is like, oh my gosh, what did I do? What am I doing with my life?
Yes.
You just have to remind yourself, oh, there are really a lot of things that led
Yeah.
up to this. I mean, I hope, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
that's what we're supposed to do. I hope it was well informed. But and I guess for those who have resigned
Mm-hmm.
and who have really thought about it or are really thinking about
Yeah.
it, it's backed up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Really.
And it's okay to admit that you made the wrong decision if you actually did.
Yeah.
Mm.
Mhm.
It's hindi siya nakakahiya na parang ay nag-resign ako tas hindi pala dapat. It's actually a good thing that you tried,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, really.
Siguro for both of you, like now in this season, what's been the biggest learning so far?
Just do it. Honestly. Yun yung sa akin. Because that's what I've just been doing. I've just been, alam mo, like at this point, I was like, nobody cares.
Huh.
For me,
Wow.
Because
Yeah.
because once I resigned, my plan was, sige, let's try doing content. Let's try doing all of these stuff. And at one point, parang nakaka-conscious rin kasi putting yourself out there.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
you're like, oh no, people will judge me, people will do this and that.
Yeah.
And then I'm just like, nobody cares. And then, so
Wow.
I'm just going to be like, okay, I'll just share what I want, I'll do what I want. And then same with the previous episode that we talked about. Nobody cares. So I'll just share Jesus
Yeah.
because that's what I care about.
Yeah.
yeah.
And parang nawala yung takot ko because I know I've been holding myself back so much because of fear.
Wow.
From
Yeah.
trying because of, yun nga, yung fear of like, baka anong isipin ng mga tao, man.
Yeah.
They don't
Yeah.
care.
It's really like that jumping without that fallback thing.
Mhm.
Na parang,
Yeah.
I'm just going to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And can I just say, I love the content you post. As in, sobrang, when there's a reel by Chelsea, I really stop to watch it. Like, how did she think of that? So really, it's just, yun nga, not being inhibited by
Yeah.
Yeah.
your fear. Right?
Yeah.
Because like, they're not gonna
Yeah.
care what you post or like,
Yeah.
it doesn't make you a different person or
Yeah.
less of a person, right? And
Mhm.
in that sense, that really helped me too, because my big fear here in freelancing is having to want to do it right,
Wow.
right?
Yeah.
Like, parang, I don't know if like, if people feel like they're pressured to make
Yeah.
the most of their time, or if they feel like the break that they take from the 9 to 5 is like this sort of like, like you're on borrowed time.
Mm.
And parang you think na, oh, I need to do this. I need to figure out what to
Yeah.
do. I need to make sure I don't waste this time.
Yeah.
Naman. But I don't feel like you're wasting
Yeah.
time
Yeah.
naman talaga. And
Yeah.
I feel like that's my biggest learning. Na
Mm.
whether or not the gigs come or the income streams diversify.
Amen.
Whether or not the gigs come or the income streams diversify nga, or whether or not it's objectively good or objectively bad. Wala namang nasasayang na
Yeah.
oras.
No season
Yeah.
is
Yes,
wasted.
no season is wasted. And
Yeah.
I mean, malay mo, maybe maybe if the gigs come or if the gigs aren't coming, that's something God wants you to take a look at,
Yeah.
Mm.
right? So just to really make the most of it.
Another one for me is, I think especially during these times, like specifically right now, God's telling me to slow down
Mm.
because I rush a lot,
Yeah.
and because my attention span is fried. Like, alam mo yung hold down to 2 times.
Yes.
Yep.
So mga ganun.
Ang lala, no? Short form na nga yung pinapanood mo. Yung
Tas
mamadaliin mo
sinahold
pa.
down pa.
Diba?
That's crazy.
Okay, anyway, so we're in that era.
Yeah.
So it's a lot easier for us to want
Yeah.
agad-agad. And that it's also affecting my prayer life ngayon.
Right.
So right now, I think yun nga, the temptation kasi is to rush to the next thing, especially for
Yeah.
Diba? And you're
Mhm.
like, where's the next one? Where's the next one? All of that. And I think the best gift that we have in our season is that we have more time to rest. Like we
Right.
have
Really. Yeah.
okay, and that's something na I think we should like give more importance rin.
Yes.
Yeah.
Kasi feel ko kaya nga rin tayo nag-resign para makapahinga.
Yeah.
Tapos imbes na magpahinga, naghahanap lang tayo
Diba?
ng
Yeah.
ibang pagkakakitaan. So, I think God is like saying that, slow down, rest,
Yeah.
and rest in me. Kaya, ayun.
Yeah.
Right. Siguro, like what I'm taking from this conversation is that a big chunk of it, this isn't even about resignation anymore or like the freelancing world. I feel like it's about obedience.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Obedience in the moment.
Yeah.
Like when God tells you to do something, you do it. And honestly, like this is my takeaway as we wrap up the episode. My thing this year, or like the biggest push for me this year, is obedience. Because when we talk about obedience, it's not just sabi ni Lord eh. Alam mo yan, na hindi siya basta,
Yeah.
wala, ito daw yung gawin ko, so gagawin ko. It's like what you said, it's well informed. You pray about it, you discern, but you follow. You ultimately
Yeah.
follow.
Yeah.
Because it won't always look clear.
Yeah.
It won't always be step 1, step 2. Sometimes it's just
Step 1.
do it,
Yep.
and then you figure things out with God after that.
Yeah.
So, for me, like my takeaway from this is you obey. And obedience requires urgency.
Wow.
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 If I delay it,
My gosh.
if I delay obedience, then it's not obedience.
Wow.
It's my timing. Eh.
Ah.
If God
Uy.
tells me to do something now, even if I don't get it, I'm gonna have to do it.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
But that's not to say that you don't think about it, or you don't pray about it, or you don't sit down and discern.
Mm-hmm.
You still do. But your discernment, if it takes you a year,
Yeah.
is it still God's will for you in that? If alam mo yun? Because
Yeah.
sometimes God wants you to do something for a season.
Mm.
And pag next year, yun pa rin yung pinag-iisipan ko na, tama ba to? Tama ba to? Baka hindi na yun yung pinapagawa sa akin ni Lord.
Wow.
So I guess that's for me, that not to delay obedience. And to
Ganda.
just really trust in God in
Oh
the
my gosh. Yeah.
Yeah.
uncertainty.
Mm-hmm.
And if I get there and then God tells me to do something else, leave what I'm doing behind. Okay, galaw ulit tayo. Like,
Oo.
let's move again.
Mm-hmm.
That's for me. How about you? To wrap up, biggest thing about the season, or like maybe something that you want to encourage our donuts.
Ikaw muna, nag-iisip pa.
Ako din eh.
Trying to
Grabe.
think of a way.
I'm still processing what Issa said.
Right?
Sorry. Habang nag-iisip sila, clarify ko lang din sa donuts na if you've been thinking about resigning, if you've been worrying about like if this job is for you or not, to yes, do what God calls you to do, but to be practical about it.
Yeah.
Don't resign if you know that you won't have food to eat for the next month. Or yun pala, may binubuhay ka na pamilya, tapos resign ka lang ng hindi mo pinag-iisipan.
Tama.
Syempre,
Tama.
like, we have to be practical about it also. But, yeah.
How did you quit your job? Sabi kasi ng That Sounds Holy eh. Pwede na pala.
Ako sinasabi ko sa inyo, huwag nyo kaming sisisihin, nagkukwentuhan lang kami dito.
Correct. Correct.
Okay. Maybe a piece of advice piece of advice for
Away.
a takeaway from this. I think it's going to be difficult either way. Staying in your 9 to 5. Like if you've had thoughts of resigning, staying in your 9 to 5 or unemployment. I mean, feel like sometimes we can romanticize it a lot and
Right.
go like, I
Yeah.
have so much time and I want to do what I want to do. But it's difficult. It really is. But I think just more on what we mentioned earlier about God being there naman wherever you choose. Wherever you choose to go or whatever you choose to do. It's really a matter of, I guess, how open you are to how God is moving in the season in your
Yeah.
life. And I feel like that's something I learned in unemployment, to be able to see God more. So I guess my message is just to trust that He is with you,
Yeah.
whether you're
Amen.
working or whether you're not.
Mhm.
Amen.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Thank you.
Copy paste na lang. I think for me, yeah, it really is literally trust and surrender. And I think perspective changes a lot of mindset.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think a lot, sometimes yung kaba mo, yung tibok ng puso mo, pwede yung kaba, pero pwede rin yung excitement.
Yeah.
Like you can,
Mhm.
it's really is just a matter of perspective. Like what Cook said, you have a 9 to 5, you have stable income, you have benefits, you have healthcare coverage, everything.
Yeah.
That's laking blessing nun.
Nakakamiss.
Di ba? Gosh, bawal tayong magkasakit.
Yeah,
Cooks.
diba?
but and if you resign, you'll trade all of that for more time, you
Yeah.
know, more freedom to do more of the things that you're interested in and all of that. So either way, as what Cook said, you're blessed.
Yeah.
We're in both. So
Wow.
it's just really, yeah, kayo ni Lord yan.
Yeah.
Kayo ni Lord yan. And make sure that you're doing it from a place, in a good place.
Yeah.
I guess. Hindi, kung practical na lang rin, kung magre-resign po kayo, make sure you live in a good way, not in a bad way.
Yeah.
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 Mhm.
Because it will affect the future possibilities that you'll have ahead of you. And yeah, and if you're planning on resigning, make sure that either way you have skills to support you if you're planning on going freelance
Yes.
again.
Yeah. Mhm.
You have finances to give you a cushion for a few months. And yeah, and just saying yes to opportunities, to not be afraid, taking that
Yeah.
leap of faith.
Yeah.
Because you really don't know what possibilities are waiting for
Yeah.
you when you say yes.
Galing.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because like I feel like all of these thoughts like could also be God's way of reaching out to you.
Yeah.
Na, hey, why don't you get to know me more?
Yeah.
Right? So
Mm.
you're taken care of.
Yeah.
And
Really, either way.
Amazing.
and also you don't have to resign to start your passion project.
Yes.
Yes. Oh
Okay.
my gosh. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ayun,
That's,
yan lang rin.
that's so true.
Kung gusto mo mag-resign para ma-start mo yun, start mo na ngayon.
Yeah.
Nandiyan ka pa.
Yeah. Mhm.
Ganon.
Amazing.
Ayun po.
So, yeah, if you've reached this part of the episode, again, this could be for you, this could not be for you. So, if it's something that you've been praying for, I hope that this episode just gave you clarity or gave you at least a glimpse of what it's like to jump into it. But if it's not for you, this is not in any way us encouraging you to resign. It's not for anyone. It's not for everyone. It's not something that everyone is made for.
Yeah.
So if it's not God's call for you, then don't do it. But just to kind of end in a good note, or like not in a good note, but in a like hopeful note, Chelsea is waiting for a job offer right now. So she is actually going into employment anytime soon.
Let's go.
So
Yes,
That's-
ma'am.
that goes to show that this whole thing, it's a seasonal thing.
And I'm actually excited to go back to work.
Yes. Let's go.
Yun, importante.
Yeah,
yun.
so whichever
Yeah.
whichever part of this spectrum you're in, it's really just a matter of obeying and trusting in God.
Mhm.
So we hope that this gave you insights, this allowed you to kind of reflect on your season. And
Mhm.
if you have any thoughts about this, if you agree or disagree, please do leave a comment here wherever you're listening. And follow us, subscribe, share it with your friends. Baka ito na yung sign nila. And
Kung may bala
leave-
kayong lahat magsabay-sabay.
Yeah.
Charis.
wag naman.
Hindi,
Ikaw
hindi.
naman.
Wag.
I wonder what the title of this episode will be.
Ito na yung sign.
Ito na yung sign.
But yeah, please do subscribe. Leave us 5 stars. 5, not 4.5.
Tama.
5. And we'll see you in the next episode. Bye, guys.